Hey guys, today I will be showing you a simple tutorial on how to set up an EC2 server for Discord bot with Python. As you can see, we got some smooth jazz going because jazz represents coding. I listen to jazz while I code and it sounds nice, and it will be our background music, I guess. It just happened to be on when I started this recording anyways. But yeah, let's get into it. First thing you gotta do is just Google Amazon EC2 and then set yourself up with a server. You have to make an account, but then after that, what you can do is it'll show you. It might be different, but just create an account, log into here, and you'll want to create a new EC2 instance. This isn't planned. This is just, it's pretty easy to set up in like one go, or like there's not much you have to remember is what I'm trying to get at. But anyways, it should just take you to the dashboard, then you can choose create an instance, and then you can walk through from here. The reason of why it's free is because these servers are really small, and Amazon will give you a 1-year free trial. But you gotta remember, it's 1 year, so it will charge you a lot of money after that year, so you have to keep watch on that. But it's only like a really low tier that they'll give you free. You're gonna want to choose the Amazon Linux 2. If you don't know Linux, that's fine. You only need to know a couple commands for this sort of thing anyways. As you can see, yeah, we got the lowest tier, or second lowest, and then it's that easy. You just do that, launch it. I already have 2 other things running. It's just, you have to keep tabs on it, of course, but it's really easy to set up and just make more when you want. So yeah, it looks good. There you go. So one of the things that's important to remember about these servers is that they come with something called a key pair, which is like a file. You have to keep this file. You cannot lose it. You can email it to yourself if you don't want to lose it, but you cannot lose this because this is basically your password for getting into your server. It makes it harder, I guess, for people to hack into your server because they won't have this file. So yeah, you can either choose one if you already have one. I have one that I use for 2 servers, but in this case, I'll make a new one to show you. I guess I'll just call this my server, or bones server pair test key, and then we'll download it. You have to keep that safe and then launch, because that is your password. So then it'll show you that it's launching your instance. Do I really have 4 running? I thought I had 3. I must have canceled this one. Hold on. Launch time. Oh yeah, this must have been the one I canceled. Can I delete it? I guess it's already deleted. Whatever. Okay, anyways. It'll say it's pending. I guess you just gotta wait for that. Can I delete this? Is that still charging me? Let me mess with that later. Okay, it's running. That's good. Now, what you'll need to do is click connect, and it'll tell you the address that you can use for connecting. So unfortunately, you can't connect directly through here. You have to use an external tool, but it's easy. We got you. This is the bot I'm going to be using. It's a bot I made for Boom Kitty that he ended up using someone else's bot, so this code is currently collecting dust, and I will rerun it for the purposes of demonstration. What we're going to need is a tool called CyberDuck. It's just one of many SSH tools. You don't have to get this one, but I just prefer it because it's easy. SSH just means accessing your files from your server in an encrypted way using your key pair. Everything is done safely with a key pair. So how you would start is, well, first I'm going to open a new connection. We're doing SSH. For me it already chose SSH, but that's what we're going to do. For the server, it'll tell me right here, this is my server. I'm going to use that. And the port's 22. Username is always Ec2 user, spelled this way. As I think your password should just be your login password to your Amazon account. We could try that. Or maybe not. It might not require one. But you have to choose first the private key that you just downloaded. Yeah, you probably don't need a password. And then you should connect. Just do always allow. And there you go. You're now into your server. It's that easy. And there's nothing there, of course, which we have to fix. So now there's two parts of the server. You want to be able to access files, but you also want to be able to access the terminal, so you can execute commands like running your bot or installing Python and that kind of stuff. So then we would use PuTTY. PuTTY comes with this. As you can see, you can do a thing that says open in PuTTY. I don't know if it works. I guess, yeah, I want to continue connecting. Oh, I guess it works. I guess something was weird with my key, because when I tried doing this within CyberDuck, it wouldn't let me. It's just a weird thing with, I guess. So you could do that, or you could install PuTTY and PuTTYgen. I guess just PuTTY. Yeah, with and it comes with Pagent. It's pretty much it's the same. This is PuTTY, but it's within CyberDuck. You could also just get externally PuTTY, but it's a little extra steps. Like you have to get PuTTYgen, which turns your PEM key, the thing I downloaded, this thing, it turns it into a PPK file, which is, it's still your key, but it's just meant for PuTTY. And then you use PuTTY, set up your details the same way I did with CyberDuck, and then you get the terminal thing. But I guess, yeah, you could just do it within CyberDuck. It'll probably let you do what I just did. Anyways, so now you have your terminal and your files, which is good. So there's only a couple commands you need to remember for Linux. I know Linux is like, you know, some computer thing you've probably never used before, but it's really easy. There's only like 5 I ever use. So first is ls. That just lists everything in directory. There's nothing here, of course. But first we need to do is install Python, so you know your bot can actually run. What I have here is my GitHub page of Killbot Circles, which is one of the bots I've coded, and I basically set up a tutorial on how to, you know, put this on an EC2 server, pretty much within the README. But the reason I'm doing this video is because it doesn't, you know, show you a video guide and all that. That's what this is for. But I'm gonna use this just because there's a couple things you need to copy. But first thing is that you have to do the sudo yum install thing, which installs Python. Oh, for some reason, yeah, you have to do right click to paste. It's weird. You can't do Control V. So there you go. Yes. Oh shoot. Yes. There you go. Now you have Python. We go back to here. No, not there. Here. And then you run this, which installs Python library. Right click. Right click. All right, let me try again. There you go. Oh, I forgot to put in there. You need to install Git as well. So you would do sudo yum install Git. Yes. Okay, so we're back here. For some reason, the rewrite link that's always worked is not working. They must have removed it, which is weird. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try to install Discord Python for 3.7. Maybe they included it with like some sort of update. I'll check and see. Let's try and see if that works. Yeah. Go. There you go. Okay. So, okay, let's just assume Python is installed. We'll check to make sure this works, of course. So now that, assuming you have Python installed, your server should be ready to go. So then what you should do is just drag all of your files and put it right into your file thing with CyberDuck. See, that's the usefulness of CyberDuck. You can't. It's so much harder to do that over PuTTY, but it's so much easier with CyberDuck. There you go. You have all your files. I know if you're just starting out, you probably only have like one .py file, but I usually have a couple, mostly for storing information. One of them, I always keep my bot secret in a separate text file, just because, you know, if you're putting this to GitHub, you don't want people to see your secret so they can hack into your bot. It's always better just to have it on a separate file that doesn't get committed with your GitHub repository. Anyway, so now that it's all here, if I press ls again, ls, now you can see all of my files. It's not ready yet. You still have to do some extra things. If we go back to, I think I list some stuff here, or no, that's not what I meant to go to here because it shows you what you have to do with that. Or no, never mind. That's for the key. You don't need to encrypt your key. You're already here. It doesn't matter. What you do need to do though is give your script permission so that it can even run. So what you're gonna do is do shmod. Can you stop doing that? Why is there? It didn't recognize. Okay, whatever. Shmod plus X. That just gives it, plus X just means all permissions, and then do your Python file. So that would be bbmain.py, and now it's green, which means it has permissions. So, and you're not done yet. Now you have to set up some scripts so you can actually run it. There's two types of ways you want to run it. First is in NoHup, or the normal version. That's the first version. I should have said that first. So that just, it shows it in the console, like your Python things, like if anything prints to the console, it will show that here. But if you close out your session, or you exit out of it, the bot will close. But that's still important because you want to see your Python script, or like see if there's any errors in case something happens. Because the other method is called running it in NoHup. I don't know why it's called NoHup. NoHup. It means it runs it, but it'll stay on 24/7. So that's how you get the bot running 24/7. You would run it in NoHup, and then you can just close this out, and your bot's still running. But when you run it in NoHup, it doesn't output your Python terminal. So that's why you would run it normally, just to, you know, make sure nothing is erroring or something. So you always want to get that so you can test it, and then if it's all safe, then run it in NoHup. You have to use a file for that. I don't think you can just type it manually because I think there's like weird spacing issues. Because you have to get two files for this. One to run your bot in normal mode, and one to run it in NoHup. You have to get a .sh file, which is an executable file for doing that. Here, I have it locally. You can get this file, go to my Killbot Circles repository, download it. You're going to need nrun.sh, that's running it in NoHup, and then run.sh, which is normal run. I have the files myself because I am me. So let me pull those up. Where is it? There we go. It'll look like these. I'm gonna put these here. Now these are set to run only Killbot circles, so you gotta change them. You cannot change them in here in a basic text editor. You gotta change them within your terminal because there's a special spacing thing or whatever. So let's put these here. So now they're here. Now to edit a file through a Linux's editor, do nano and then the file name. So we're gonna do first run.sh. So it brings up an editor, which is just what it looks like in the files, and you can use the arrow keys, move around. There's some other stuff you can do, but there's only a couple things you need to remember. So of course this is not the file name you want. This one's called bbmain.py. bbmain. So that's good. Then to save changes, do Control O and then enter to save it. Wrote 2 lines. and then Control X to get out of that. Now we're going to do the same for nrun.sh. No. As you can see, the script is slightly different because it's running in no-hup. So we're going to change this to... Why did it delete everything? No. Alright, so... I don't know why I didn't include this step in my thing, but there's apparently another step you need to take, which is... I forgot about this. For some reason, the way the files I coded, they have, like... It's kind of weird to explain. There's, like, there's just some imaginary symbol that's inside these files that you can't see. They're like a ghost symbol that, for some reason, disagrees with Linux. I have no idea why. But how to fix this is you first type sudo yum install dos2 unix, and then you say yes, and then you do dos2 unix run.sh, and then dos2 unix nrun.sh. There you go. That's a unnecessary step that we have to take because Linux. So now, oh, I gotta reconvert the files. Hold on. And it's doing this thing again. Hold on. Okay, just because my thing is glitching out, I'm just going to do this here. I have Visual Studio, so I'm just going to edit it like this because this is being weird. I guess this also works, or we can see if it works. I recommend doing it your thing shouldn't do that. I don't know why, for some reason. I think my thing's just bugged. It was like my cursor is jumping all over the place. It's not supposed to do that. I've never had that problem. So we can see if this also is a way of editing executable files. So let's see. Oh, then we got to do dos2 unix and run.sh. Give it permissions. I can assure you this was not as weird when I set up a server. Then, oh, so it's already edited. Yeah, then we should just be able to run it. So then let's do run.sh. Oh, there we go. It worked. Oh, thank God. So, okay, yeah, so then just installing Discord this way apparently works. Oh, thank God. I thought I was going to have to spend another hour debugging. But yeah, apparently... I'll include all these links in the video description. So apparently don't use the Killbot Circles README. Apparently that's outdated. This thing doesn't work anymore, even though that was working for a very long time. You just have to install it this way. So you'd have to type sudo. Well, let me see what I typed when I installed Python. I did sudo python 3.7 -m pip install -u discord.py. Because I'm not completely 100% sure what the difference between current Discord and rewrite is, because regular Discord used to be just like normal bot stuff. I could pull, there's like differences in the code. I could pull it up and you'd see the differences, but they're only minor. But I think one of the main things the rewrite change is, like, you know, servers are guilds instead of being servers in the variables. And there's all these different bot.commands you can do. There's a lot of different stuff that changed. The rewrite had all the new latest technology. So that's why you'd always get the rewrite and do this special command. But apparently now, I guess they just grouped the rewrite with the actual Discord, which is, I guess, a lot neater. That's nice. Okay, so anyways, I did the run, which is not the no-hook version. So now this just runs the bots. This is my Python terminal. It's what's... That's what prints to the Python output thingy. So as you can see now in my bot, yeah, there it is. Boombot 2 is now running. So if I were to do Control C to terminate this, do Control C, and now the bot's off. So that's how you would run it in normal mode. Now to do it in no-hup mode, do nrun.sh. See, the bot turns on, but you can't see the console. And if you do Control C, that won't terminate it, because, you know, if you were to like close this out and come back in, you can't just Control C nothing. So there's a special way to kill no hup running scripts. So you have to do special command, and that command is ps space aux space line. I don't know what that's called. It's when you press shift on the backwards bracket. You know what I mean. Or no, that's not what it is. Grep. PS aux line grep Python. I don't know what any of that means, but what it does is it shows you all running applications that have Python in the name. So it will show you, obviously, your script. There's your script. And so you need to do this because you need to find the process ID. It's right next to your username, which is Ec2 user. So there's our process ID. It's 4068. So then we do kill 4068. And that killed the script. So now my bot is not running anymore. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Is it easy? I don't know. That didn't seem like it took too long. Let's see. I've been recording for 30 minutes. That's very easy compared to, 4 hours I once spent trying to figure all this out. Now I know how this works, and now I made it easier for you all. But yeah, it's pretty much just like that. Is there anything else? I think that's pretty much it. But yeah, just remember all the steps. Refer to the video if you're stuck. DM me if you need anything. That should be pretty much it. Yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video.